Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a closer look at the Tactical Waist Belt 17 by ONETIGRIS. I saw this on their website and I was like, oh, that looks pretty nice. Can you send one of those out? This product was released probably about a month ago. So yeah, they sent it out. So this in a way is a sponsored video, but all opinions are my own. Working security, I've tried different duty belts, different setups and such, and I thought this was interesting, so yeah, that's why I asked for it. The item number is TGYFD17-BKM. It comes in one color, which is the black that you see here, and you can buy this off their website for $36.98 US dollars, which is, for getting the items that you do get in here, is a pretty good deal in my mind, since you get the inner belt, you get the outer belt, and you also get 4 belt keepers that you can also use with suspenders if you wish. So first things first, the labels that come on it, this is basically their social media card, so if you want to get a hold of them you can. So that's all their information there. This is just a label because they are using decent hardware. They're using Duraflex hardware on here, which is the buckle, which I'll get into in a little bit. And then this was just basically their size card, and also just some advertising for their design with us, since they do have the co-design program, which I recommend if anybody has some ideas to join their forums and go check that out. All right, so first we'll look at the inner belt. These do come in 3 sizes. You have small, medium, large. Small fits 30.7 inch to 37.4 inch waist. Medium fits 34.6 inch to 41.3 inches. And the large fits 38.6 inches to 45.6 inches. So whatever size you are, you can get the belt that fits you. All right, so the inner belt is basically just loop with some nylon, and this is what you would fit through your pant loops, and it's adjustable, and yeah, this basically is just a simple belt to retain the outer belt to your body so it doesn't shift. Next, as mentioned, there's these belt keepers, which also have these loops, so if you wanted to add suspenders, you can. Comes with 4 of those, and they're Velcro. I'm not exactly sure what style of Velcro this is. When it peels, it comes off very easy, but when you have it actually done up and try and pull on it, it's not coming apart. It holds very nicely, so I was actually impressed with these. I will get into these in a little bit because there is one thing that I would like to see changed on them. But yeah, it comes with 4 of those. And then you have the outer belt itself. The outer belt is made out of 1000D nylon and has on the inside has the hook part of Velcro. It's using a MOLLE system or Pell's webbing of 0.5 inch, 1 inch, 0.5. Usually standard MOLLE is 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. So while this will take all your standard pouches and such, which I'll show later, there is some items you can't fit on here, but for the most part, all your standard MOLLE pouches will work on this. It's adjustable. Basically, you pull this part back, and you can pull this and adjust it to your size of waist. Also, if it's adjusted a little bit bigger, there is loops here too, so you can put items through here as well. You can attach like a knife or something there, or whatever other tools that will work on there. It's using a Duraflex buckle. This is their cop lock buckle. Basically, you push this button down here and it opens up, so it retains a little bit better. So like if these were getting hit, it won't come undone. You have to hit this to get it undone. So a sturdy buckle, high quality, better than some buckles you see from other producers of these type of belts and such, but when it comes to ONETIGRIS, they pretty much use Duraflex hardware across all their platforms. So yeah, really nice belt. As I'll show later in the video, of attaching different pouches and different holsters and such. There is a couple items that won't fit on this because it isn't the standard MOLLE, which I show later in the video as well. And yeah, they're using decent Velcro. I don't see this wearing out too quickly. All right, so that's the belt. And when it comes to the belt, it's very well sewn. They did a really good job on this. It's not resin coated like you see with some other belts, but because of the thickness and how they designed it, it's like very stiff. And that's what you want when you're carrying different pouches, holsters and such. You don't want your belt to crimp over. So it does have a decent stiffness to it. Maybe in the future, maybe one of the layers they could add some resin coating and make this even stiffer. But for the most part, it's very decent. And I have like different brand belts that are resin coated and such, and this is on par with that. When it comes to the buckle, it does pop out a little bit, but that's always a problem with these style of buckles where you wrap them in and out. So one of my suggestions is to maybe get like the Australpin buckles that are just like their standard, the GT Cobra or the original fixed, because then you just have the loop. And you know, I talked to them already about that, and they said maybe in the future. I know that one of their belts that they do have there, they're using the GT Cobra buckle, but that would just make it so it sits more flat on your body. But overall, still, this is standard. You go look at security belts and such, they usually come with this buckle, with the cop lock buckle. All right, so I wanted to just talk about these belt retainers, the belt keepers, whatever you wish to call them. This part of it, fine, that's perfect. Then they have these loops in here, and these are used for like suspenders or H straps and such. One thing I would like to see changed on this is for this to get sewn down and maybe put D-rings, because this will only work with certain types of suspenders. So for example, I have some H straps here, and this is how they're done up. They come up and then they hang down and get through the loop or the D-ring, and that's how you retain it to your battle belt or your duty belt. And just give me a second here, let me get this through here. As you can see, when this is through, it's like folding. And you don't want it like that when you have it on your belt. So as mentioned, some suspenders this will work with, but when it comes to like your standard H straps from the military and such, it shouldn't be like that. And that's why I say put a D-ring in, and then that way this is flush and flat as well and would hold on. So that's one big change I'd like to see, just to make this product better, is to put some D-rings on here. Yeah. But overall, still works. You can still use your standard belt keepers that we use, since it is a 2-inch belt. So if you want to, you can put that on here. And there you go. You can still use your standard belt keepers on here if you wish. Okay, so let me move this out of the way. I'll just show one of these belt keepers on there. Put it down on here. So there you got it on. It works as a belt keeper, and as mentioned, these retain hard on there. Like, they're tight, they're not moving. So very well constructed. I'm actually very impressed with it. So yeah, next I'm just gonna show some of the pouches and different items that you can put on here, and the differences of different holsters and such. All right, so I'll be right back. All right, as mentioned, I wanted to show some of the different attachments that you can use on here. Right here, we're just using standard MOLLE system. And that fits on there fine, no issues. Moving it around, we have just your standard drop leg panel that uses a 2-inch wrap that will fit around this belt because it is a 2-inch belt. Coming around to this side, just another ONETIGRIS pouch. This is almost the same size as a M4 mag pouch, so you can see this is what it would look like if you had an M4 mag pouch on here, and that works fine. Standard MOLLE system. I also want to mention, like, if you had like the Alice clips or whatever, that would work on here as well. When it comes to holsters, there's only certain types that you can use. You could use one that uses the same as a drop leg holster here with the Velcro loop. Here we have one of the newer style mounts for pistol holsters, and since it works on 2-inch and it's adjustable, you can put that on here, click it down, and that works fine, holds on there and retains fairly tight. Next we have your low ride drop leg holster. This, you'll have a hard time trying to fit it further back, but because this is adjustable, as mentioned earlier, you can fit it through here and have that, and that will retain and hold in place as you wish. When it comes to other style of MOLLE style clips, some won't work. So for example, the side tack holster, you need the full 3 rows of MOLLE or PALS webbing to be able to mount this style of mount, and the same with this other version that I have here from TEGE. Yeah, these won't work on here because of the positioning. So, but there is still options in other holster mounts that will work. All right, so next I'm going to just show how you wear this belt. It's pretty simple. Put your inner belt on and then put on the outer. So I'll be right back in a second. Okay, so as we've seen, it comes with an inner belt. So basically the inner belt is just hook and loop, strap. You put this on through your regular belt loops. And you can use this belt just by itself if you wish. And once you get around, tighten it up. And what that gives you is the loop field, so that when you have the duty belt, you can attach that. Just line it up. And that's retained. As mentioned earlier, it comes with some belt keepers. I like to just use the standard belt keepers, but you can put those around wherever you wish. And that will help retain your belt. And that way, if you're running around, even though it's secured by the Velcro, as you can see, no shifting or anything, it's nice on tight. But that's just in case, like if you're working security or as a police officer or whoever's going to use this, that if you're like in a tussle or something and someone tries to grab on your belt, they can't rip it up and off of you. It'll just stay exactly where you want. Wanted to show, this is me having it adjust for a 37-inch waist, and the holster is in a good position. And then yeah, you can put any of your other pouches that you want. You could have handcuffs on your back if you wish. But yeah, it works very well. I'm actually very impressed with it. I like it. All right, so now I'm just going to do the closing and go over some suggestions or opinions that I have, and I'll be right back. All right, so in closing, I'm pretty impressed with this product. I think it's a great deal. Like for under $40 to get an outer belt, an inner belt, and 4 belt keepers, I think that's decent. And it's well sewn, it's well constructed, comes with a good quality buckle. And as mentioned, one of my suggestions was to switch out this buckle. You could use an Austral pin buckle like the Fixer, the GT as mentioned. It's very sturdy, very well sewn. I didn't have any issues that I've seen so far, and I've been testing this for the last couple weeks. As shown, I was jumping around, and how the belt stays on your body. It stays tight, doesn't move around. You know, it holds the items very stiffly on there, so they're not shaking around. Just an overall great product. And then my major concern is just that these belt keepers is to switch up this loop and just sew in just maybe half the size of this or whatever, and put some D-rings in. D-rings would make these so much greater. And so, yeah. So if you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Thank you again, ONETIGRIS, for helping me out and sending this out while this hard times. I hope everybody's safe and doing well. And yeah, have a great day, and until next time.